We were the air support for the 1st Infantry Division. And they were forever getting in trouble. They'd come up and grab Charlie and smack him by the face, and then they'd call us and say, "Can you take care of that?" So we spent all our time getting them out of trouble. A tour in Vietnam was like a big day at summer camp. Hell, there was always something going on. And 99% of what you did was not in the book. You made it up as you went along. Sometimes you got your fingers smacked, and sometimes they said, "You got an attaboy." But I never lost a man.
June 18th, 1968. It was pitch black, no moon, no stars, no light beyond the glow of Lieutenant Taylor's cockpit controls when he heard a whisper come through his radio. "We're surrounded. We're surrounded." That's what he heard.
We got everybody out except 4 LRPs, and they were wandering around down there in the dark, and they were surrounded, and they said, "Well, tell Mom I love her. I think this is it."
The Medal of Honor is our nation's oldest and highest recognition of valor. Now, when I called Larry to let him know he finally was receiving this recognition, his response was, "I thought you had to do something to receive the Medal of Honor." Let me say that again. He said, "I thought you had to do something to receive the Medal of Honor." Well, Larry, you sure in hell did something, man. If you ask anyone here, I'm pretty sure they'd say you did something extraordinary.
He said, "Well, they're trying to escape and evade." And I said, "Sir, there's no place for them to escape and evade to." "Well, you leave them, don't try to pick them up." I said, "Yes, sir." And the first thing I did, I called them and I said, "Get ready."
Attention to orders. The President of the United States of America, authorized by Act of Congress, March 3, 1863, has awarded in the name of Congress the Medal of Honor to First Lieutenant Larry L. Taylor, United States Army, for conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty. First Lieutenant Larry L. Taylor distinguished himself by acts of gallantry and intrepidity above and beyond the call of duty while serving with Troop Delta, 1st Squadron, 4th Cavalry, 1st Infantry Division on June 18, 1968, near the village of Ap Go Kong, Republic of Vietnam.
And I said, "Well, why don't you just pop off a flare, pop off a star cluster there so I can locate you?" They said, "Okay." So as soon as they popped it off, I shot the power and landed, and they looked at me like, "What do we do now?" And I said, "You better get on the goddamn ship." So 2 jumped on the skids and 2 jumped on the rocket pods, and we took off, and didn't lose a man, didn't get a man wounded. So we were lucky there.
Your commanding officer didn't really want you to go back and do that, did he?
No. Matter of fact, he told us not to, and I told him a thing or two.
Take me through your conversation with him.
With
your commanding officer, that you've given him, some information about what's going on. What was that conversation like?
He said, "Well, they're trying to escape and evade." And I said, "Sir, there's no place for them to escape and evade to." When I got back, the commanding officer said, "What possessed you to do that?" And I said, "Well, it needed doing, sir." He said, oh, well, you can't beat that for an answer. And I said, no, sir. He says, how many did you lose? And I said, none. How many hits did you take? None. Well, how many of them got wounded? None. I did what needed to be done. I stepped on some toes. I got crossways with some field grade officers one time, 2 times, 3 times. But it all worked out, so there's nothing they could say. If I'd screwed up, then I'd be living in Kansas at Fort Leavenworth now. But I always managed to pull it off, so there's nothing I could say.